Hello, my dear friends and fellow travelers on this spiritual path. I'm Sebastian. Let's talk today about the word, fire, vibration, and the path to spiritual power. This talk comes not only from sacred texts, but from the pages of my own life. A few days ago, I read a line from Thoth in the Emerald Tablets that changed me. The life forth ye seek before thee is but the word in the world as fire. Seek ye the path to the word, and powers shall surely be thine. A few years ago, I thought I understood what the word meant, but the deeper I went through fire, loss, healing, and ultimately the joy that I now have, the more it revealed itself to me. Let's begin here. What is the word? In Genesis 1, we read, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." In The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes writes, "The Word is the mold into which the unformed substance is poured. The thinker molds the thought, and through the Word, it becomes manifest." And A Course in Miracle tells us the Word is a thought of God. The word is not a sound, it's a thought. So the word is not just a sound or a name, it's a vibration, an intention, divine creativity taking form. It's not just what we say, it's what we live, what we believe, what we plant into the field of subjective consciousness. Thoth goes deeper. Saw ye the word came from chaos. Saw ye not that light came from fire? Creation begins in chaos, in other words. Understanding emerges from fire. Let me tell you what my chaos looked like. In 2020, during the height of COVID, my successful hypnotherapy practice in Fort Lauderdale came to a halt. Everything stopped. No clients, no income, the same story so many of us faced. It eventually led to something I never imagined could happen to responsible me: bankruptcy. I had lost what felt like the fruits of the word, the outward signs of prosperity, purpose, success in my life and business, which had always been strong. But I knew that the lesson was not just happening to me, but to many around me. So I prayed for deeper understanding of the word. A deeper word began to whisper, not with sound, not with vibration, with intuition, with fire that burnt deep in my heart. In that silence, David and I, my beloved husband, began to imagine, just like what we just read, to speak, to pray daily, not from fear, not from clarity. We decided, let's not rebuild what was, let's create what wants to be through us. We began to recreate nothing but faith and vision. We were even buying our food from a Christian commissary each week, choosing from boxes on the floor of leftover food from grocery stores in the area, trying to save and generate more power and strength as prosperity. We started from zero. And within 2 years, just two, we'd saved almost $200,000, enough to buy a home here in Boca Raton. Not because of hustle, but because we aligned our thoughts with the word. Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind, there's an order in the universe which we did not create, but which we may consciously use. And that's exactly what David and I did. We used the word, we co created with it. And A Course in Miracle confirms this. There are no idle thoughts. All thinking produces form at some level. Every single day, we planted seeds of gratitude, prosperity, and forgiveness, and trust. And the soil, It was the divine feminine, the field of potential all around us, waiting to receive. Here's the thing, though. There was some fear there too that we had to conquer mentally and with the power of God's truth that we both knew in our hearts. You don't just start creating without sometimes encountering the chaos of doubt and fear. But this brought us strength and understanding. I don't believe we had before the circumstances. Here's the thing, the word is not just for wealth or home, it's also came to me as healing. Over the past 3 years, I had 3 car accidents that led to 3 subsequent spine surgeries. At times, I was in more pain than I can describe. There were moments I wondered if I'd ever walk normally again, let alone teach, write, or live without medication. But during that time, the word came again, this time into my body. The emerald tablets that Toph wrote said, "Hold thou thy thought on the oneness of light with the body of man." I wondered what that meant, and then I saw it in the Course of Miracles. The body is merely a learning device for the mind. So I stopped treating my body as the problem and began treating it as the portal. It too had chaos that had to be retreated and reformed into light. I began to use my thoughts, my inner words, as vibrations, speaking to my cells, inviting divine order to return. Slowly, steadily, I healed. I'm not completely better, but I am alive, vibrant, creative, walking again with spirit. And that's the word becoming flesh. So, how do you use the word? Here's what I've learned: honor the fire, don't run from it. That's where your light is forged. Speak consciously, both in your mind and with your mouth. Words are not cheap, they're seeds. Align your thought with your body. Health and spirit dance together. Co create. Don't just react to life, design it in union with the divine intelligence, with the kingdom within. Be the word. Don't just say it, live it. Ernest Holmes says we're thinking centers in a divine mind. What we think into it, it returns to us. So think love, speak peace, act with truth, and know that the word's not far off. It is in you right now. I've had some people tell me that I'm going off track with my spirituality, reading these different esoteric truths from um, you know, Jewish esoteric writings, and the writings of Hermes and Thoth, and Science of Mind, the Course in Miracles. You name it, I've read it over the years. But the truth is that if you keep your mind on being the light, becoming the light, then there isn't a darkness in you. You don't have to be afraid of the darkness. Why should we be afraid of anything? That's not God. The word is the gateway to spiritual power, not the power to control us or others, but the power to rise within us, to heal, to manifest, and to embody truth. You are also the word made manifest. Before we move forward, I want to pause and reflect on this key teaching from Toph. Saw ye that the word came from chaos? Saw ye not that light came from fire? Look in thy life for this order, balance and order thy life. Let's sit with that a moment. Chaos is not a punishment, it's not a curse. It's a beginning, a fertile darkness where from form has not yet emerged. But here's the harder truth. Most of us try to escape chaos. We numb it, ignore it, or try to fix it with external control. But the Emerald Tablet doesn't say eliminate chaos. It says look in thy life for this order. That means bring order through the chaos, not in spite of it. So, how do we do that? Let's look at some practical tools to find order in chaos. One, start with one small act of clarity. Chaos is paralyzing because everything feels urgent. But order begins when you focus your mind on one thing you can control. Clean a space, write one truth down, light one candle. That's how the word emerges step by step. Number two, breathe in to the mess. Breathe, breath is divine order. When life spins, return to your inhale. That single rhythm connects the nervous system back to source. Life is breath. Number three, speak order into the void. Literally speak out loud. I am not lost. I'm being reordered. This chaos is like compost. My future is already sprouting. Sound is word, word is creation. Number four, let go of the timeline. Order doesn't always come fast. It doesn't go in tangents or in straight lines, it goes in curves. Just as light grows from fire and fire comes from friction, give the process its divine timing. Now, maybe we can take the same teaching and look at it metaphorically speaking. Chaos is the womb. It's dark, fluid, formless, but inside something's always gestating. You don't dig up the seed after a week and say, why haven't you bloomed? You trust the chaos of the soil. You trust the fire beneath the earth to awaken the roots. Similarly, when your life feels chaotic, you are in the beginning. You're not broken, you're being initiated. The Emerald Tablet is saying, you want light? Pass through fire. You want the word? Speak into the chaos. And that's exactly what I did after bankruptcy, after silence, after my body cried out in pain. I spoke into the chaos, and little by little, order came, light returned, and the word awakened within me. I'm both Sebastian, and I thank you for walking with me on this path of light. If this message touched your heart, share it. Comment below how the word has shown up in your life. And subscribe to join me every week as we seek truth, light, and peace. Until next time, be the fire, be the vibration, be the word.